Are you okay? Probably. Sorry I couldn't get to the phone in time. You've been sleeping for a long time. I missed breakfast. Dad must have left for work by now. Are you sure you're okay? Looks like I made Tomo worry. I don't want to do that. A cold isn't that big a deal. Shall we play? You promised to teach me some new thing. Chess have so many pieces, I can't memorize them. Rook is the one with the hat, right? There's a pause. I yawn and stare at the slim ray of light falling up through the curtains. Sometimes if you stare into a ray of sunlight for long enough, it begins to feel like someone's watching you from the other side. Oh. My phone nearly bounces as it bursts with an influx of messages. I will. Of course I will. You want to memorize the pieces? Piece of cake. Let me explain. I don't know shit about chess, and even I know the pieces. The pawn is the most common piece on the board. Tomo begins sending long, explanatory messages filled with information. My head continues to throb painfully, so it's hard for me to retain anything I read. But I'm just glad that Tomo is happy. She loves chess and all sorts of board games. I really want to meet her and play face-to-face someday. You are going to get destroyed, kid. If you don't even know the pieces, you are going to get destroyed. Do you really like this bear that much? I adore him. Wish I could buy a plushie of him. The bear featured in the emoji stickers is the mascot of the popular Tutomo restaurant chain. Getting my hands on a plushie of him is my life's mission, but that elusive bear keeps slipping away. Aw, tear. I marvel at his image on the screen. I really need you, buddy. I can't wait to get you. Aki. How should I put that? He's creepy. Rude! Your friend is rude, Aki. Tomo doesn't understand anything about this world, even though she's got the smarts to be great at chess. But Tomo Bear is the best, and that's that. I spend the rest of the day lying in bed, occasionally texting Tomo. The drowsy feeling doesn't go away, and it only intensifies thanks to the gloomy weather. I think I'd somehow manage to twist my leg a bit at some point. My ankle drags my awareness back to it, time and time again with its nagging pain. But it's soon struck with the brilliant idea to put something soft underneath it. Alas, I misjudge my strength as I pull a decorative pillow out from a huge plushy cat, and it flies into the mirror on the wall. The sound of fracturing glass spits the room. How did you throw a plushie at a mirror hard enough to break it? I ain't even mad, I'm just fucking impressed. Huh? How? That's what I'm asking, how? A few shiny shards fall on the floor along with the pillow. Oh, no worries. Just a minor misfortune. Maybe she is cursed, chat. I have to keep myself occupied. Do something safe. Okay, exercise when you're feeling sick. Terrible idea, don't do that. How about some juice? Let's have some juice. Probably need some liquid. Make my way to the ground floor. There's such an impenetrable silence all around that it almost seems like the house is uninhabited. Even when Dad is home, the stifling atmosphere doesn't ease up in the slightest. He's quiet, as if he were undead, but he used to laugh loudly and joke around. Oh, guilt makes my throat even more sore. I go to the kitchen and pour myself some water, no longer wanting juice. It's tasty as what? The water goes down the wrong throat. I seize with a cough as the glass slips from my hand, but I manage to catch it on the fly. Ooh. It's too late. Water's already spilled everywhere, and the glass is now wet all over. Way too wet. It sneakily escapes my fingers. Oh. Man, she really is cursed. She's having a tough time with glass objects today. Spend some time cleaning up the mess. Night arrives and darkness spreads, overtaking my room. To keep myself occupied for the night, I decide to open up the chat room. Boom of fascination in the paranormal hasn't waned a bit. Someone had thrown in a link leading to another chat room earlier. Allegedly, someone in it could predict the future with stunning accuracy using only a single photo. Watch as everyone splits into two camps. One believes the predictions to be true, the other thinks it's all some silly nonsense. Feeling bored, I decide to give it a try myself. I take a photo of the Graces for fun. I'm of a mind to send a picture of one of them, but which one? Let's see. How about the doll on the right? Just for shits and giggles. I send the photo to the chat room. Doesn't take long for the reading to appear on my screen. Apple's undead threats to life. The prediction is bizarre and meaningless. Chat, you could definitely make a bot that would do that. They upload any picture and it would just give a fortune. Probably attach it to something like ChatGPT and it could just generate fortunes. You could probably get people really believing it too. Actually, that's one of the things that concerns me going into the age of AI. Somebody, at some point, is going to convince a lot of people, possibly even themselves, that they have fed ancient scripture into AI, and AI has deduced the truth of the scripture. And they're going to use that to start a cult. Yep. That's definitely going to happen if it has not already happened. It was silly to expect anything better than that, given it was a picture of a doll. And I think I have a photo of Mitsuki saved in my gallery. One that I accidentally taken while I was fiddling with my phone in our school's hallway. What if, although there's a nagging feeling of guilt in my chest, I go ahead and upload the image anyway. Boo! Do not upload pictures of other people without their permission. File takes oddly long time to upload. 3 times longer than when I uploaded the photo of my precious Grace. Is something wrong? The chat room freezes. A burst of snowy static overtakes the screen. What's going on? Suki's picture shows up. Her beautiful face is contorted into a horrible grimace. The prediction list doesn't even appear beneath the warped picture. The application flashes with a toxic green light and force closes. What was that weird glitch? I attempt to return to the chat several times, but the button on my phone might as well be dead. Oh. This is another misfortune. Misfortunes today. My mirror broke. Dad argued with someone on the phone. Mom's still not back. Not even gonna mark down the broken glass. I feel like the broken glass was at least as much, if not more than more of a misfortune than Dad arguing with someone on the phone. I feel like Dad argues with a lot of people on the phone. Just me who thinks that? When I wake up, I feel worse than I did yesterday. Can't even find the strength to get up and make breakfast. I have to trust in Dad to find something to eat. You're not going to go to school? I'm not feeling well. Get some rest. Oh, right. You should solve a crossword puzzle. It's quite relaxing. I should have enough energy in me to give a crossword puzzle a shot. Maybe a game of online chess with Tomo. Finally starting to play at a level where I know the pieces and understand the goal of the game. Or maybe a riddle? I float on water, but I am water. What am I? Ice. The answer is ice. I'm not sure if Tomo is older than me, but sometimes I find myself picturing her as a good-natured grandfather who's trying his best to befriend his granddaughter. She probably grows bonsai trees as well. I also broke a mirror with a pillow. With a pillow? Yeah, it was really unexpected. I'm pretty unlucky, so not that much of a surprise. I want to see. I'm excited to see that Tomo has started using stickers of the Totomo bear as well. One more person has fallen to his undeniable charm. Misfortunes today. Fell down the stairs. Why did we not stop on that? I feel like that was something we need to know. Like, we skipped over you just tumbling down the stairs? Drink sour milk. Mom's still not back. Are you okay? Did you hurt yourself? Is this a normal thing for you? Do you often not make it down the stairs? I have a lot of questions, chat, and I'm not getting a lot of answers. Ow. The new morning greets me with an all too familiar headache. I just want to do nothing but lie under this blanket indefinitely. But a strong person wouldn't do that. I'm worried. Are you sure you're okay? Ooh, want a riddle? Yeah. You're happy to see it, but you can't look at it. What is it? The sun. I have no idea. I've gotten worse. A bird crashed into the window and scared me. Mom's not back. At least you didn't fall down the stairs again. That's good. Have any of your classmates come by to visit you? I forbade them from visiting, and I forbid you too. Can't let you catch this curse. The curse? What do you mean? Misfortunes today. Got a paper cut. Dad spent the night somewhere else, and Mom's still not back. Mom's not coming back, is she? I don't think Mom's coming back ever. I'm pretty sure Mom went to heaven. Or hell, I don't know her that well. Don't look at me, I don't know. Is someone watching me? Maybe a bird? Maybe it's just my imagination playing tricks on me. Phew, I bumped my fingernail against the closet. It hurts. Dad was breaking dishes in the kitchen. Mom's still not back. This has been like 5 or 6 days now? When am I going to get better? Oh no, bad thoughts must be chased away. I decided to distract myself and read the general chat. I wonder what they're discussing today. I hope it's something fun and not just more conversation about the horror stories from Shamrock. Animals, dances, riddle. She died. That is an expression, chat. Not usually the expression I have when somebody dies. This is more like the expression I would have when, you know, like I see some really, really weird porn or something, just like, eh. A little bit of shock. But not like despair or anything like that. The curse worked? No way. Scary. Stop rambling. What if it's contagious? I don't want to disappear or die. Rest in peace, Mitsuki. Mitsuki is dead? Oh. I drop my hands to my lap. My fingers stiffen and tremble slightly. It's as if there's an electric current pulsing through them, zapping them with sharp, painful tingles. Dead. How could this happen? I saw her at the station only recently. I can't wrap my mind around the fact that someone I talked to just a few days ago is no longer in this world. I don't know Mitsuki all that well, but I still feel completely devastated. Devastated and heartbroken. She died. Died? Why? Was she ill? It was a very cold and rainy night. Or... It's dark. It's under the skin. It's everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. It kills, it kills, it kills. Is the curse truly real? Mitsuki foreshadowed her death. Not even a week had passed before she was gone. Is this possible? Breathe. Calm down. I try to take a breath, but I choke on thin air and spiral into a coughing fit. Don't worry, don't worry. The melody I had set to Tomo's number begins to ring. It sounds different, creepy, abnormal, desperate with madness. I drop the call immediately. Could it be the work of the curse? That I'm going to die too? When? When I give up like Mitsuki did? When I lose my mind like her? When this weird sickness completely breaks me down? The light bulb overhead blinks and goes off, plunging the room into a clammy darkness. I doubt Dad is going to buy a new one anytime soon. I'll just have to live in darkness for a while. How did she die? Anyone knows the details? Probably died a horrible death.
Thank you, Swilbury. Glad for your input.
Stop it. Have some decency. They say her death was connected to some girl. What girl? I don't know her name, but they say it was all her fault. Since the cause of death is being kept secret, something out of the ordinary happened, right? Makes sense. Do you think I'm cursed? I don't think it's really a curse. Mitsuki died. She was cursed, and she said that I'm the same. I get so nervous I type almost blindly. Tomo doesn't reply for some time. I get even more nervous. If Tomo ever left me, I wouldn't be able to live with such horrible misfortune. Do you want to break the curse? My saliva becomes bitter as my thoughts of the future. I don't know. What are you going to do? I don't know. I need to get some rest. Would you like to meet up? Oh, I'd be happy to. But later, I don't want to infect you. Get well soon. I go offline. I don't want to think of anything. I don't want to read the chat. I'm going to debate all night whether Mitsuki was ruined by the curse or that mysterious girl. I'll have to wait for the topic to die down. I collapse onto bed, keeping my gaze bolted to my calm, unwavering graces. Graceful and precious, as always. Young maidens bringing light. You're the only ones I have. What should I do? I don't want to fall victim to the curse. What if it's already gaining strength? What if my cold isn't a cold at all? My vision blurs. The scent of damp earth fills my nose. The room grows cold, so I hurriedly wrap myself in a blanket. I don't feel well. Sleep is the best medicine. Today's misfortune? Mitsuki died. That's kind of a big one. Scary, cold. Lonely. I'm alone. All alone. Mom, where are you, Mom? Where did you disappear to? What evil dragged you away? Why aren't you coming back? Don't leave me alone. Please. Don't. Anybody. Anything but being alone. 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 It's morning. I had nightmares all night. Do they count for yesterday's misfortune or today's? Probably yesterday's. And today we'll bring a new trio. The room is blurry. It isn't until I take a deep breath that I calm down and manage to focus my vision. I reach for the graces, but only get a handful of air. You know, chat, if my dolls were missing, I'd be freaking out pretty good too. Not because of, like, missing dolls is a big deal or anything. It's that somebody was in my room and they took my dolls. No. Where are they? They vanished. Don't leave me. My chest suddenly becomes as empty as a vacuum. I flounder on my bed, not realizing where I am. Colors mix up, objects blur, evil lurks in the shadows. Where are you? Where am I? It's bad, scary, painful, unbearable, lonely. The spikes of terror make me dizzy. My head burns with the fire of pain. With a muffled, desperate cry, I fall off the bed and onto the floor. Don't leave me. The graces are lying on the floor near the nightstand. I must have knocked them off while I was suffering from nightmares last night. Let's have a quick save. So silly of me. And here I was getting so worked up and scared. I return the graces back for their rightful place and take 3 deep breaths. Then I collapse onto my bed, clutching the smartphone to my chest. She is very attached to these dolls. These dolls are very important to her. Her immediate response when they were missing was not, why are they missing? Right, which is a much more terrifying idea. Because, like, if she didn't think that she had moved them, then that means somebody else had moved them, which would make for a really, really scary thing. Especially if you're a teenage girl who is by herself because dad's somewhere. Right, that's a very terrifying thing. That wasn't her first concern. Her first concern was where were the dolls? So we know they're very important to her, chat. I'm very sleepy. I doze off for some time. My hands are still trembling slightly. This cold doesn't want to go away. Is it really a cold? I don't feel hot like when I have a fever. Instead, my chest is being eaten away by a dense, pressing, nausea-inducing anxiety. The doorbell rings. I stand up abruptly, not knowing who could have come at this hour. My classmates brought printouts from class, or did a teacher to see if I'm okay? No, it's too early. If anyone from my school would visit me, it'd be later this afternoon. Not sure what to expect, I walk down to the ground floor, and the front door, and open it ajar. Please take this package. Sorry, I don't have the stamp. Dad'll be back in the evening. No worries. Don't you think Totomo products should be received immediately? The conversation sounds strange, My doubts dissolve when I realize what I've just heard. The Tomo? Can it be? Him? I take the box. My hands tremble slightly with anticipation. Thank you. As I head towards my house, I can feel the courier's gaze on my back. I set the box down on the nightstand, barely stopping myself from tearing the cardboard. Did Dad decide to make amends and order a gift for me? How wonderful. Would it be bad of me to unpack the bear right now? Maybe Dad was planning a surprise and the courier got the delivery time wrong. If that's the case, I shouldn't open the box. But I can't bear it. It feels like I've been waiting forever to have this most amazing bear above all bears. To avoid dropping the box on the way, I leave it on the nightstand and go get a box cutter. When I return, I can sense a faint, sweet-smelling scent starting to waft down the hallway. Is it just me, or does the box look different now? Oh, a little bit of staining, chat. A creeping feeling in my chest makes me take it slow as I carefully bring the blade of the knife to the duct tape. The cloying flavor intensifies. My throat feels dry. Blood rushes to my cheeks. The joyous anticipation is abruptly replaced with a nagging anxiety. I carefully lift one of the cardboard flaps. The interior of the box is pitch black, as if the package is filled to the brim with a thick ink. As if mesmerized, I stare into the void, looking not for a bear, but at least for something tangible. I can't tell how much time passed as I continued gaping into the box. The darkness gives way just slightly under my probing gaze, taking on the shape of a semicircle. The cloying odors make me sick. Something is slowly spreading out from the bottom of the box. From inside the cardboard comes a faint, wheezing breath. What is this? The moan grows louder, more insistent. Taken by an impression, like I'd infused by a wicked spell, my hand reaches for the second, still closed flap. My trembling fingers approach the cardboard, which throbs slightly, like the intermittent breathing of something vaguely alive. Just a bit more, and I'll see what Dad ordered. It's definitely not the Totomo Bear plushie. Then what could it be? Why is it breathing, moaning, emitting this horrible stench? I barely perceive my fingers touching the cardboard flap. It is neither hot nor cold, but barely warm, unpleasant, and a little sticky. I just need to pull it. One simple movement. Right now. Excuse me. How did he get in here? Did I forget to lock the door? What a horrible mistake. I twitch, feeling both fear and relief that I didn't wind up seeing the true contents of the package. I'm sorry, I think I delivered this to the wrong address. I see. If I may. He picks up the box, not concerned that his fingers are now dirty with the black liquid dripping from it. At the threshold, the courier bows slightly to express his apology. Then, as if nothing strange has happened, he passes through the gate and walks down the road. I stare silently at the empty, dusky street for a while. When I close the door, double-checking to make sure it's properly locked. My stiff legs carry me up the stairs. When I arrive at my bed, the last inklings of strength in them vanish. I collapse onto the blanket and lie there for a couple of minutes. It's only then that my body begins to quiver with terror. I took the blanket from under me and wrapped myself in it like a cocoon. The image of the creepy box looms before my closed eyes. Looks like Dad didn't buy me a bear after all.
Disappointing. On the plus side, you did not get eaten by whatever was in the box. So I put that on the fortunes side of things today. You know, I start up a little list of all the good things that happen, but did not get eaten by box monster. Gotta look at the bright side, chat.
So it definitely wasn't a bear inside. But then, what? Does it matter? What was all of that? More misfortune? This is worse than anything I've ever experienced. Does the curse work that way? It horrifies me to imagine receiving packages like that every day. It's scary. I want to drift off as soon as possible. Sleep is the best medicine. Right now, I need it more than anything. Sleep is the best medicine is like her catchphrase. What if it's something her mother told her once? Any and all attempts to sleep turn to an anxious, nervous tossing and turning. I freeze, hiding my head under the blanket, and I try not to move. I think there's someone outside the safe cocoon, scrabbling incessantly. A hoarse, wheezing breath is coming through the fabric. It's just a dream. A haunting nightmare repeating the morning's shocking incident. No one claws at the blanket with their fingernails. No one exudes unbearably cloying scents. I'm safe. Dad should be back from work soon. He's always so strangely silent, giving off an aura of his harbored resentment. It's still better to be around him than to be alone by myself. I think I hear the click of the lock opening downstairs. Ooh. Having calmed down a little, I open my eyes. Empty eye sockets are staring at me, so utterly black, it's as if they'd never seen the daylight. The once silky hair of the dolls has fallen out, their dresses are torn. Their hands or feet are soiled with something that looks like mud. The dolls resemble creepy doppelgangers of my beautiful graces. Doppelgangers that have been buried somewhere far, far away and are eager to rise and take someone's place. Leave. I don't understand what's happening. Is the nightmare not over? Why Graces? Anyone but them. Anyone but my best friends. First, don't you dare touch them. With a titanic effort, I forced myself to blink. The eerie vision is gone. I immediately throw off my blanket and look around. The Graces, my usual most adorable Graces, are sitting on their place in the bed. What a nightmare. I don't even want to think about what might happen next. Who will the curse twist next time? Dad? Tomo? Don't. My headache has gotten much worse. The migraine that racks my head is joined by a nagging sense of anxiety and a fear for future nightmarish visions. Did Mitsuki feel the same way? Like something from outside was chewing its way through her skin, trying to get to her heart? Is there no way to end all of this? I feel like a stuffed and overflowing piggy bank. Time after time, day after day, I absorb so many various misfortunes. 3 misfortunes. 33 misfortunes. 333. 3,333. 3 million. 3 billion. 3 eternities of misfortunes. Tired. I still believe she's been overtaken by evil forces. Mitsuki again? She's dead and gone, enough of this. What if she could be saved? Isn't it sad? Saved? How? How do you break the curse? Sacrifice a rooster at dawn. Very funny. Don't eat meat. Even funnier. Go to a temple to the monks and do a purification ritual. Put crosses on the walls. I'm not joking. People attract trouble to themselves with bad thoughts. Relax, and things will get better. No, it doesn't work like that. You don't say. There's something on Shamrock about breaking curses. It's mostly just some nonsense. Please, I need help. It's all in your head, like with Mitsuki. No. No courses. It sounds familiar. What is this? An antidepressant? It's a flower. Grows on a hill outside of town near a cave. Heard of it, or I've never heard of it. I've read it on Shamrock. Hold on, I'll post a link to the article in a bit. It's a local rarity, don't distract me, damn it. This flower blooms no matter what time of year it is. They say it grants wishes. Seriously? No kidding. Can you make infinite wishes? Only one, lol. Keep dreaming. If I make a wish, will the curse go away? That's what they say. Because rumors are so credible, right? Piss off. Final chorus. I don't know what hill the cave is. I know where that hill with the cave is. Just a couple stops on the train and I'm there. Can I trust strangers in a chat room? Chat, let's be really frank. If there was a flower that could grant wishes, rich people would grow it in their gardens. They'd pay people a lot of money to grow it in their gardens for them. They would get to keep all the wishes, and everybody else would be shit out of luck. Actually, it would probably be retained specifically for military use. If it wasn't kept exclusively by rich people. Does that suck? Yeah, it does, but that's the reality of these things. I'll try. I'll break the curse. And no chorus. Right. Mitsuki mentioned the flower. That's why the name sounded familiar. Mitsuki wanted to fight the curse. Does that mean she believed the Anacorus grants wishes? Did she ask the flower to lift the curse? But it didn't work. She died. Chad, if I had a wish, I don't know what I'd wish for. I can think of a few things. It'd probably depend on the power of the wish giver, right? I feel like the obvious choice when you're making wishes is just to go like money. Like enough money you don't have to ever worry about money again. Because a lot of other wishes that you might have get fulfilled by just having lots of money. Like $1 billion or whatever. 100 billion. Just a net worth of $100 billion. If you can get that without like, I don't know, something horrible happening to you because it's a wish. You can probably solve like 90% of your other problems just with the money. But maybe that's me. Money solves a lot of my problems, chat. Anyway, back to the game. So difficult. Wait a minute. Someone in the chat room said that Mitsuki's death was some girl's fault. Was that girl the reason the evil spell couldn't be broken? Mitsuki, what the hell happened to you? Who's to blame for your death? Did you know how to lift the curse? Mitsuki, I want to talk to you so badly. Why didn't I think of asking you for details? Maybe together we could have managed, and you would have lived. Just like my grandmother used to say. Is there any way to contact the dead? Speaking of grandmothers, I tried Kokori-san once. It didn't work. Who would have thought? Kokori-san is BS. Are there any other ways? It's not easy to contact the dead. You need special circumstances. Come again? Magic. Not quite. Special places hold special power. For example, some places may allow you to travel to other worlds. Dude, go sleep it off. Yeah, dude's been hitting the special brownies a little bit too much, I think. These places always exist, even if they weren't here before. I kinda don't get it. It's the only place where you have a chance. I don't understand a thing. Do they mean the hill with the anacortes? The fact that the music has stopped is really quite eerie, chat. There it goes. Freaking me out, game. Freaking me out a little bit. I'm tired. I'm so goddamn tired of all these misfortunes, doubts, and fears. My head keeps buzzing. Why do I have to deal with all of this alone? Dad, why don't you come and rescue me? Mom. Okay, so we have another blurred out option, which tells me that we are at a certain point going to get to come back and do these options again, but we're going to get to do something here. Probably one of those situations where after completing certain routes, other routes open up. Those are always kind of fun, chat. Gives you a little more playtime. And incentivizes seeing all of the routes. Maybe I should sleep some more. Rest, gather my strength, and then act. Or maybe I should do nothing at all. It's pointless to put my hopes in some flower. It's pointless to think about Mitsuki because she's already dead. It's pointless to go anywhere. I want to sleep. Screw it up anyway. It's always like this for me. With all these misfortunes. Perhaps death isn't such a bad thing. No more pointless than a life full of constant bad luck. Pessimistic thoughts completely fill my tired, foggy head. I better go to bed, lest I drown in boredom. Tomorrow, it's going to be better. I'll handle tomorrow's misfortunes better than today's. Meet them with the usual smile. Mom used to say she loved my smile. That strong people are never sad. That is incorrect. Strong people are often sad. Mom, please return home tomorrow. Don't leave me. Somebody needs to let this poor girl know that Mom's in heaven. Somebody really needs to let this poor girl know. Tomorrow. Tomo? I'll find you. Don't give up. I want to reply, but Tomo is already offline. Don't give up. Okay, then. Vaguely hoping to learn a few more details about Anacorus. I switched to general chat. No. What is this? Is my phone now cursed as well? Is this a new misfortune? No, don't. Oh, what should I do? How do I contact Tomo now? Tomo. I feel like I've been splashed with ice water. What if the curse is contagious? I got sick after I ran into Mitsuki. What if some of the evil charms got to me? Would I in turn infect someone else? Can the curse be transmitted over the internet, or is it a face-to-face meeting necessary? How do I know if Tomo is safe? There's no way to know. Either I hope for the best, or I try to lift the curse. The longer I think about it, the more I worry about Tomo. Well, if that's the case, it's worth overcoming my apathy. Go to the cave. See that hill with the magic flower. It's all scary, of course, but for Tomo, I have to do my best. A new day begins. I changed my clothes, stowed the Graces in my bag, hit the road. She takes the Graces with her places? I guess that's not surprising, but it's a little odd that she takes something precious like that just everywhere with her. Or maybe she only took it today because everything's kind of rough. Which, fair. Sometimes you need your emotional support dolls. I try not to look at the sky. Only once do I lift my head to examine the clock hanging above the entrance to the bouquet. Bouquiniste? Bookshop. The clock is beautiful, decorated with curlicues. I like its elegant hands, even though it's confusing to attempt figuring out the time with them. They always converge in the shape of a triangle. I like it when they stop at exactly 3 o'clock. Just like they do now. I can't help but think it's a good omen. I don't know how long it takes me to arrive at the station. My mind has been riddled with fears and vague hopes for the entire trip. I wonder, what should I expect when I make it to the hill? The flower isn't real? That someone has already built a gas station on the hill? That I'll lose my wallet and travel card and have no other choice but to walk the entire way back home? The piggy bank, overflowing with misfortunes, is cracking, threatening to break my spirit. Have I even come to the right place? Unfamiliar places are frightening. Thought of getting lost somewhere on the outskirts of town makes my heart jump to my throat. It's harder to navigate without my phone, but I'd made sure to memorize the exact clues I'd been given. River. A hill with a large tree, and a trail into the forest. Rumor has it that nature goes mad near Anacorus. That it's impossible to tell the time of year, sometimes even the time of day. Looks like I haven't gotten lost so far. It doesn't prove that the meadow with the magic flowers exist. Considering my bad luck. However, my fears are unfounded. The hill, the cave, and even the mysterious Anacorus turn to be as real as the Graces in my bag. The cave looms black against the row of gloomy trees. A coldness issues. Oh, excuse me, chat. Tried to cough in the middle of my sentence there. A coldness issues forth from its maw. I pause for a moment, afraid to draw any closer. Forward, Aki. There's no going back now. My throat is dry. My vision is blurry again. I don't want to go any closer to the creepy cave. I can feel that its stare is aimed at me, issuing forth from its dark, stony mouth. My intuition screams at me that there's tremendous misfortune waiting within. Fate far worse than the likes of receiving a creepy package. No. No way am I ever going inside. Having mustered up my courage, I get closer. Much to my relief, the entrance to the cave is blocked by a mesh fence. Dark stalks intertwine on its corroded metal like spindly threads. A heavy-looking corroded tool lays in the grass nearby. I think it's the type of tool used to snip bolts. Bolt cutters, I guess. A slight shiver runs through my fingers. Chat, you want to know something weird? I have used bolt cutters a bunch of times in my life. Like, I've used them to cut many things. I have never cut bolts using a bolt cutter. I don't think I've ever seen anybody cut a bolt using a bolt cutter. I don't think I've ever heard of anybody cutting a bolt using a bolt cutter. I've used them to cut fences. I've used them to cut wire. But I've never used them to cut a bolt, chat.
Just things.
There's an airy desire, like that of a feather's touch, driving me to pick up the tool and cut a hole in the fence. That incomprehensible impulse evaporates as soon as I remember the cave. There's no need to meddle with it when I've come here for another purpose entirely. No chorus. The unfamiliar flower beckons with unusual coloring. I begin to feel like an insect drawn to a dangerous, deadly flame. I want to touch the translucent petals, but I'm afraid of getting burned. Chances are such a plant is poisonous enough to eat through the skin down to the bone. I've never seen such a flower before, though its shape seems familiar.
I want to point out that it has 3 leaves, or petals. I'm not sure if those are leaves or petals, because they are green. And the dolls come in 3, and the misfortunes come in 3. Everything comes in 3, chat.
It smells very strongly of something cloyingly sweet. Lilies? Vanilla? Mystic. Have I really grasped the thread leading to salvation after all? Come to think of it, since I'm being haunted by 3 misfortunes, stands to reason that good fortune might be possible as well. First fortune, I've learned the way to lift the curse. Second, Anacorus is real after all. Third, my wish will come true. What can I do to make the magic work? Anacorus grants wishes. For starters, we need to wish for something, right? Just like that?
Huh?
Something glitters on the mesh of the fence. Anacorus flowers had completely captured my attention. I then noticed some jewelry hanging next to one of the buds. A pendant? I touch it with the pads of my fingers. Huh? What was that just now? Like frames from a movie. Memories? Can't make heads or tails of any of it, so I just shake my head and push those images out of my mind. The pendant is more important right now. It seems familiar. Where did I see it before? Right. Mitsuki wore this pendant all the time. She'd keep it hidden under her school uniform. It was very dear to her. She came here, up this hill, to the cave. To Anacorus. Tried to lift the curse, made a wish. Maybe she'd left her pendant as an offering? In exchange for a wish? It didn't bring anything. This detail wasn't mentioned in the chat. I'm confused. Mitsuki didn't make it anyway. She died. Because of some girl. Do I have any chance for success myself? Alright, can't hurt to try. I take off my hat and hang it, like Mitsuki's pendant. Sorry, Flower, I don't have anything else. Besides the Graces, but there's no way I'm leaving them. I love this hat as well. It was a gift from my mom. It's not much, but maybe this way the magical flower can find my mom and bring her home. Take a deep breath, count to 3 and exhale. My hand runs over the fluffy heads of the Graces, giving me courage from them. According to Shamrock, I have to pluck a flower and make the wish out loud. One wish, loudly and clearly. I squeeze my fingers together at my chest, hesitating. All that's left is to understand exactly what I want. My wish has to be loud and clear. Please, please, dear Anacorus. I don't know if curses exist. I don't know if I'm indeed cursed, but I need help. What do I need most? A release from misfortune? I don't want to be afraid of being alone anymore. I want Tomo to be protected from the curse. I want Dad to talk to me like he used to. I want Mom to return home. Too many wishes. I can't decide which is better. A gust of wind blows across the hill. An icy drop falls on my nose. I raise my head to the sky, answering the scowling clouds with a scowl of my own. And yet, I smile. I can't give up, even if it seems bad. can deal with misfortunes. The important thing is that Tomo doesn't get cursed. Aki? What if I get the wording wrong and mess up? I don't know for a fact Tomo's cursed. She didn't ask me to help her. You can't just go meddling with other people's lives without their permission. But what if that's the best way? How do I make everyone happy? The best I can be. I really want to do everything right, but making a mistake is very, very, very scary. My luck is always so terrible. Why would Anna course grant a wish properly? What if the flower gets it wrong, twists it, turns it upside down? What if the best for everyone winds up turning into something even worse? Again, we're not being allowed to make choices yet. I wonder if it'll need to be like, we need to go all the way through one playthrough, and then we'll get a chance to go in and make choices. I take a step back from the fence. I can't take such a risk. Aki! I can't think good intentions alone will solve all problems. Can you hear me? Okay. Chat, we need to go to commercials. So for those of you heading off to commercials, don't worry, the game will be paused. And I will see you in just 3 minutes, okay? See ya. For those of you who are still here.